Hi, your weekly update is 73 pregnancy tests and 57 ultrasounds. We have seen a huge increase in abortion walk-ins lately. But before I get to the stories, I'm going to share a few updates with you. We asked you guys last weekend to pray for the mom of the baby that had a medical issue. That baby had its cord wrapped around its neck. She had walked in here seeking an abortion, and then she ended up choosing life. And then we saw that the cord was wrapped and sent her to the emergency room. On the way there to the emergency room, she felt the baby flip. And she got to the emergency room and was there for a couple of hours, and they checked on the baby. And it ended up unwrapping itself from being wrapped around its neck. So we thank God for the miracles He performs, not only in directing these women through our front doors, but in showing that He is capable of fixing things that we humanly can't fix. So thank you for praying for that. She sent us an update the other day that was really sweet. Also, there was the lady that walked in rattling our door at the prayer meeting the night before the banquet. She just stopped in here about half an hour ago and has a little bump growing now and is doing well. So I want to thank you guys for praying for that couple that ended up choosing life for their baby. She has some family situation right now with losing a loved one that she was super sad about. So if you would like to pray for her in that situation, I'm sure she would appreciate it. We've had a huge increase in abortion walk-ins. Saturday, last week, we gave you an update that we had 4 that morning. Yesterday morning, we had 3. 2 of them stayed. One of them came in the law enforcement family and thought we were the abortion clinic and said that she already knew she was 13 weeks, wanted to have an abortion pill. We informed her that abortion pills aren't given at abortion clinics or sold. Nothing's given at an abortion clinic. Beyond 10 weeks, she said she'd already had an abortion and she didn't regret it and ended up leaving here and going down to the abortion clinic. We also had another one in here this morning whose father drove her up here from Arizona. And she didn't stay for the ultrasound. She walked out. But we had 2 others that stayed today that were abortion walk-ins. And one of them ended up choosing life. So we praise God for that. We had one yesterday that got me. A young lady walked in, wanted an abortion. She had a husband and a child out in the car. A baby, an infant, and was pregnant again and said, I just can't do this. Like, I had a C-section and was determined to have an abortion. Got back to sonography. She thought she was 18 weeks and ended up being 23 weeks. And the sonographer told her that it was a little boy, to which instantly stole her heart. And she said she was keeping it because she had a little girl. So that is just a sum of what we've had this week. Be praying for us down here as the numbers have increased in abortion walk-ins. We had Alan Bigelow tour yesterday that is running for assembly, and we were talking to him about it. And he said, have you thought about the legislation that just passed last month for abortion tourism here and bringing people into state and them knowing that our state isn't going to communicate back to their state for anything that goes on when they come here for an abortion? And I didn't know that legislation went into effect last month. So that might be a factor into why we're seeing such a huge increase in abortion tourism through here. But the story, before I forget that I'm having you click on here to watch, we had a lady take the abortion pill the other day, and she immediately regretted it because she's always been pro-life, but her mother had encouraged her to do that, telling her she needed to do it because she had several children and just her career and the time of life. So she got on social media and she found First Choice, and she ended up getting a hold of Dr. Hamza, our medical director, and she was able to get her the medication within 4 or 5 hours of taking that first pill. And she came back the other day and her baby had a very strong heartbeat, over 160 beats a minute. And she was so grateful and thankful that we were able to supply her with what she needed so rapidly so that she could reverse what she had regretted from the time she took it. And she said she wasn't going to tell her mother that she had reversed it because she didn't want to take on that pressure again from her. So pray that God would work within her mother's heart, that her mother would be one that would encourage her daughter to embrace life and motherhood, and that God would put people in her path that would encourage her, that would minister to her, and that would share Christ with her, and pray that it will redirect the steps of her life. That is the weekly update. Thank you for watching. Thank you for praying. Thank you for supporting. We could not do what we do down here without the financial support and prayers of those who are behind us. God bless you.